Have you ever stopped to wonder about the chakra system and how the colors metabolize within our life? I just want to put it out there that there's a entire knowledge base and possibly research now showing that this is in fact what's happening, and that at the very top of our body, we have a violet chakra, and at our throat, it is blue, our heart is green, the solar plex is yellow, the sacral is orange, and the root is red. So, starting at the crown, at the top of your head, the colors govern specific states of mind. Let's say it's an interactive, it's like our emotional body, except it's on the spiritual side of who we are. So the violet chakra, for instance, is it facilitates our connection and our capacity to understand a higher connection, and that there's that we are part of this greater universe. The blue chakra at our throat um, is especially strong in helping to navigate communication and listening, because that's one side of communication. It's not just about what I say, it's also about what I hear and how I hear things. So the if you're having issues with communication, blue is the color to wear around your throat or envision as, when you inhale, when you breathe, when you do deep breathing in meditation. If you bring blue in and you allow it to flow and flood through your body, it is supposed to strengthen in all of the areas, in all of the chakras that require strengthening in that place. For instance, my heart. If my heart were hurting, that's the green, represented by the green chakra, then perhaps there's something I need to say. Perhaps by wearing a combination of blue and green, or just wearing blue, I help to facilitate my heart to speak my truth. So there are ways to use color in your own healing. So the heart, we've talked about, it's the capacity to love, it's capacity to give love and also receive it. It's not always easy to receive people's love, especially if we're in the wrong and they're acting from a place of care and concern. It can trigger for us the fight and flight response, which is governed in the solar plexus chakra, which is associated with the color yellow. So yellow is it's the fight and flight. It sits just above your navel and your belly button, and it's what grabs you when you're confronted by something, challenged by something. You need to call on your communication area, your throat chakra, perhaps call on your heart chakra to help bring tact and love and compassion into whatever it is you need to deal with. And then the solar plex helps us to define and discern our next move. And so then moving down the body is the sacral, which is our, beginning to be our fire body, but it's attached to our reproductive system. So our desires, not only for sexual pleasure, but also for procreation. all of this energy comes from this particular chakra. And if you've had traumas in your life that have been of a sexual nature, then perhaps sending yourself some orange in this area would help to strengthen and clear some of maybe the disharmonized energy that sits in those areas connected to perhaps fight and flight, your heart, your communication, and your belief that you're here for a higher purpose and connected to something greater than yourself. And finally, there's the root chakra, which is our connection to the earth. It's our purpose, our sense of our purpose in life. If you're feeling lost, challenged, untethered, unanchored, it's the root chakra that is the one to focus on. Wear your red silky underwear, or crawl into those red sheets, or wear red of any kind. Mindfully direct the light energy to the area that you need it, and trust that it is there. It is so. So if you're looking for perhaps some uh, fire in your beneath you to get moving on a project, for instance, it could go all the way up the body. In terms of blockages, you could be blocked at the root because you don't quite know, maybe your security, maybe your sense of financial security isn't there. So that would set up some, blocking at the root chakra. This is all connected to our minds, all our state of mind. So remember that as you hear and listen. So as going up the body, then the solar plex, sorry, the sacral would be next. If it's compromised in any way, perhaps your creativity is not as such, or you're just not using your creativity the way you have been in the past. And then the solar plexus could be that you're feeling stuck and you're not moving. So that fight and flight is actually like, stuck in a swamp somewhere, and you're just standing still. And then the heart chakra, if you've been violated um, or dismissed and hurt in or heartbroken in any way, then you'll be experiencing blockages and issues with relationships in your life, going up more to then the communication chakra, the throat chakra, which is blue. um, if that's compromised, then you're not speaking your truth, and you're just taking, maybe you're a doormat, maybe people are just walking all over. um, but there's hope, because um, you can uh, um, create armor to protect yourself in ways of the light body. And that all happens and begins, of course, with the violet. Um, and I've just realized that there's a chakra missing. I didn't even realize it till just now. So the violet that sits at the crown chakra, but the one missing is in between violet and blue, between the crown and the throat, is the third eye, the the uh, brow chakra, I think they call that one. And its color is indigo, which is the purple. It's the blue purple, as opposed to the red violet. So there you have it, folks. Be mindful. Just trust when you're grabbing your clothes and getting dressed in the morning, that somehow your body, your soul is actually speaking to you and bringing what you need through the colors that you are choosing. You don't know. You don't know what you don't know, but you're not alone. And this is why, because your soul, your spirit is right here inside the light body of who you are. So there you have it. December 14th, everybody, 2007. My name is Barbara McKenzie, and I wish you much light